You and Idol PreCure has been going full force, but it's time to step on the brakes a little bit. Hello everyone, it's Leo, and in this video we are going to check out the May episode titles for You and Idol PreCure. It seems, at least it seems, it's gonna be a chill month, but we never know. With You and Idol, we never really know what to expect based on the episode titles. We see an episode title, we think it's gonna be one thing, and it's like not what we really expect. And there is a Meroron episode this month that is making me go like, what's going on here? Anyways, let's talk about the episodes. The first episode from this month is... Oh my god! Sakura Uta, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you very much. Thank you for supporting Magical Cinnamon. Kirakilight! And the first episode of this month is called Go Go Kirakilight. And I have to say, I already love this episode because it is an episode about Kirakilights. Not really, it's not. But in this episode, there's a girl. Where is it? There's a girl who's not Nana. I mean, Nana is one of the main characters. But there is a girl in this episode that is called... what's her name? Wakaba. She's a member of the volleyball team. And there is going to be an interclass tournament in volleyball. And Wakaba says that if they win the tournament, she is going to confess her love for Shota, who is another one of her classmates. And so I feel like the girls are going to root for her. The girls are going to go hard in terms of playing volleyball to help her to help the team win the tournament so that Wakaba will get the support that she needs to be brave enough to confess her love. I feel like it's just an episode to highlight the Kirakilights a little bit more. So far, the Kirakilights have been used in the performances from Cure Idol, Cure Wing, Cure Kun Kun, and we mostly see Purirun using it. But now it seems that everyone in this episode will use the Kirakilights, probably to root for the volleyball team. And I feel like this is to show that the Kirakilights are not only for you to use with the performances. You can cheer people on with the Kirakilights no matter what is happening, no matter the situation. And I also feel like this is an episode in which we are going to see Meroron understanding a little bit more from this fact of supporting, of rooting for others, and, you know, this side of the idol culture that is being used for something else that is not focused on idols. This is really nice. And Meroron is going to understand more of this side of things, and I think this is going to be interesting. I am vibing with Meroron so much already. I have to say, I am a little obsessed with Meroron, so I feel like this is going to be a very interesting episode. Now, focusing on episode 14, this episode is called Dear Mom, Message from the Heart. So this is clearly an episode focused on the Mother's Day that is going to be celebrated on the day that this episode is getting released, which is May 11, which is the second Sunday from May. And so far in You and Idol, we see the moms in specific situations. And I feel like Nana's mom and Uta's mom, they have been supporting both Uta and Nana in their own ways. And Kokoro's mom, we have seen very little, but we can already see that she works very hard because she is a solo mom, and her husband has passed away. Unfortunately, we see that in Kokoro's story, and she probably has to work a lot so that she can be the house provider by herself. So I feel like that is also part of Kokoro's mom's story. And based on the title, Message from the Heart, I believe, and here's one idea that I had when I saw this title, is that this is going to be a school activity somehow. Maybe they have to write a letter to their moms at school, and so they are going to share a little bit of the love that they feel for their moms in this episode. I think Mother's Day in general is a very emotional day for most people, for people that have their moms, for people who have good relationships with their moms, for people who have bad relationships with their moms, complicated relationships with their moms, and also people who have lost their mothers, which is really sad. but it's also a moment to remember and, to embrace those feelings that you have, no matter what those feelings are. And I feel like this episode is going to touch us. The episodes focused on these type of relationships are always very touching, and I'm very curious. And I wonder if in this episode we're going to learn more about Purirun's and Meroron's parents, if they have parents, because we don't really know how things work in Kirakilight. And talking about Meroron, episode 15 is a Meroron episode. At least that's what it seems. So episode 15 is a difficult translation to make. So one translation was Operation Sissy in Love Mero. This is one possible way of translating this episode. And the title in Japanese is Ne Tama Mero Mero Daisuki San Mero. Mero Mero is that feeling that you have when you are in love with someone. You're feeling Mero Mero inside you, and that is a cute way of sharing this feeling. And Neetama here is clearly something related to Purirun, because that is how she calls Purirun. So this is an operation for Purirun to fall in love with her. Is this what's going on here? I feel like this relationship between Purirun and Meroron is still up in the air. The official PreCure Twitter account has promoted both Purirun and Meroron as sisters. And the show has shown that Meroron uses words that are related to sisterhood to Purirun. But when I think it was Uta, I don't remember who it was, in episode 12 that asked Meroron if Meroron was the younger sister of Purirun, Meroron got super angry. So I don't know if this is because she does not like being called Imoto, because that's the word that was used. Imoto means younger sister. Maybe she doesn't like being called a younger sister. It's just like those people that are like, don't call me a child. Maybe she doesn't like the title Imoto. Maybe she wants to be equal to Purirun. I don't know. Like, I'm Purirun's sister. I'm not her younger sister. Maybe that is the idea. Or if the sisterhood is as like a very strong friendship. I think that the strong friendship theory doesn't really work for me, because the official PreCure accounts have been promoting them as sisters. The official accounts and the official profiles wouldn't be doing that if they weren't real sisters. So I don't really know what's going on here. But I do know that this episode is Meroron probably trying to create this operation for Purirun to have the same feelings as she has for her. So Meroron is crazy about Purirun. Meroron is obsessed with Purirun. And maybe Meroron wants to do the same. Maybe Meroron wants Purirun to feel the same way, have the same obsession, and she will create some sort of plan. Girl, the chaos that this is going to ensue. Oh my god, I feel like this is going to be very interesting to watch. As I said, I already love Meroron, so, this is something huge. And the last episode of May is called Full Bloom, Special Training, Hanamichi Town Festival. So, one important thing about this title is the wording. So in Japanese, the title is Mankai, which means full bloom, which is obviously in the title. And when they say Mankai, Mankai is used in Kyo Idol's song as well. She uses this word in the chorus of her song, and it is also part of the blooming, and obviously it has a lot to do with the super important tree, which is like this portal between Hanamichi Town and Kirakilight. So when they say full bloom, it probably has something to do with the tree, and this magical property of this tree. But not only that, there's also the idea that there's a full bloom is happening in Hanamichi Town, and there's a special training and also a Hanamichi Town festival. I wonder if this special training is related to the cures or if it's related to the idols, because I mean, those things are a little different, because, you know, as cures, are they going to train to battle or are they going to train to perform better? Because we already know that the idols from UN Idol PreCure, the cures, the idol PreCure, are famous in the UN Idol world. And so I feel like maybe this training is related to the festival. Maybe they're going to perform in the festival. And if that's the case, that's really nice. And there's one thing that still hasn't happened in UN Idol PreCure, which is in the latest seasons, in Hirogaru Sky and in Wonderful PreCure, Delicious Party also had one episode like this. We had some episodes in which we did not have monsters attacking. We did not have the villains attacking. They transformed to do something special or to do something fun, but there wasn't an attack per se. And so maybe this episode can be something like that. Like, this festival can have the girls transforming to perform the solo songs and also the group song. You know, I feel like there is this possibility as well. Even though I feel like UN Idol has been at least trying to go hard in battles, like the battle from episode 12. Girl, that battle was everything. That battle was a lot of fun. And I feel like there's a possibility for us to see an episode with no battles, because the latest seasons have given us a little bit of this. So I feel like it's possible. So those are the episodes for May. We're going to have 4 episodes, and I feel like this is the calm before the storm, because we know that in June something huge is happening. And if your question is when, we don't know, but I believe it is episode 19 based on toy release dates. As I said, it's what I believe. We do not know for certain. Anyways, babies, this is it for now. I'm going to take this little time to thank the members of the Magical Cinnamon channel. If you're a member, thank you very much for your support. And if you've watched up to now, thank you so much as well. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, Kirakilight!